Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, December 2nd, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. The House Intelligence Committee schedules a formal vote on impeachment. A new report shows the U.S. birth rate plunging to a 30-year low. The number of abortions also dropping across America. Mexico refuses to cooperate with the Trump administration in combating the drug cartels. Black Friday sales hit new highs. Also ahead, the message, the smearing of America. But first, the House Intelligence Committee is scheduling a formal vote on impeaching President Trump tomorrow, ending weeks of public testimony. The inquiry now heads to the Judiciary Committee. The White House announcing they will not participate in the proceedings, claiming the probe violates all historical precedents of due process. A new study shows that not enough babies are being born in the USA to replace America's population, with birth rates plunging to 30-year lows. The Centers for Disease Control confirming there were 3.8 million people born in the USA in 2018, less than needed to offset deaths. Doctors blame the decline on birth control and the rising costs of child care. The U.S. abortion rate also hitting record lows, dropping nearly 25% in the past decade. The decline, the lowest on record since the Supreme Court's historic decision on Roe v. Wade nearly 47 years ago. The CDC confirming doctors performed a total of 620,000 abortions last year, down from 1.4 million in the early 90s. New anti-abortion laws a factor in the abortion drop. Mexican President Obrador says his government will not allow the U.S. military to wage war against the drug cartels. Obrador says armed foreigners are not welcome in Mexico. Online sales setting new records on Black Friday. According to industry data, buyers spent more than $7.4 billion just hours after finishing their Thanksgiving Day meals. The biggest sellers include Christmas presents from Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. The biggest losers? Department stores. In a moment, smearing political opponents. It's an epidemic. Right back. Debt can quietly build, and the high interest rates tied to some of your credit cards or personal loans can really impact your savings. But fear not, because I have a solution for you. It's American Financing, a family-owned national mortgage banker that employs salary-based mortgage consultants, meaning no commission, no pressure, no upfront fees. Instead, they work directly for you, customizing loans to meet your financial goals, helping people consolidate high-interest debt without starting their loan term over. They are currently saving customers $1,000 or more each month. Why not see what they can do for you? Rates are incredibly low right now, you know that. So it's the perfect time to take advantage of a free mortgage review. It only takes 10 minutes when you call American Financing, 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or online at americanfinancing.net. American Financing, NMLS 182334, NMLS consumeraccess.org. Time now for the O'Reilly Update. Message of the day, the strategy of smearing. My interview with President Trump last week made worldwide news. Within an hour of a transcript being released, the government of Mexico is asking for an emergency meeting with Secretary of State Pompeo. As reported, Mr. Trump had confirmed to me that he will designate the Mexican drug cartels as terror groups, and that means the USA can attack them militarily. The Mexican hierarchy does not want that. Also, the president's statement that he did not know what Rudy Giuliani was doing in Ukraine got big reaction because the former New York City mayor is being accused of interfering with U.S. foreign policy. That's part of the impeachment movement. In addition, President Trump made it clear that he believes former Vice President Biden committed, quote, corrupt acts in Ukraine. And that was part of Mr. Trump's aid holdup to that country. Now, the success of the radio interview immediately brought out the far-left smear merchants like Media Matters to personally defame me. I knew that would happen because any prominent person in this country who gives President Trump a fair hearing will be attacked. Anti-freedom of speech zealots do not want any fairness directed toward Donald Trump. The strategy is obvious. Punish any reporter, commentator, actor, politician who does not denigrate the president. This, of course, is vile and hateful, and one of the reasons the president might win re-election. The folks know smears when they hear them, and honest people recoil from the garbage. The American press has badly damaged itself by treating Donald Trump so unfairly. You don't have to endorse his presidency or like him, but you should report both the good and the bad if you want to practice honest journalism. My interview with Donald Trump was old school, straightforward questions designed to elicit important information. So why would anyone attack me for doing a fair job? The answer is simple: pure hatred. The anti-Trump movement despises the president and wants to do him great harm. And that loathing extends to anyone who does not participate in Mr. Trump's destruction. It is absolutely outrageous that so many in the communications industry condone this kind of thing. Media Matters and all the other propagandists should be pariahs, but they are not. They are actually enabled by the corporate mainstream media, which itself fears the Twitter mob. So you have 6 corporations controlling 90% of the national news flow. 6. And they are petrified of Me Too, of being boycotted. All those corporations. News is not their first priority. Making money is. And they have been intimidated, and the far-left zealots know it. On the far right, there does not exist a corresponding industry. The right can be hateful, but they are not organized like the left is. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. For more commentary, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. You'll like it. Up next, something you might not know. You've been hearing about gold all over the news. Prices continue to climb. Not surprising, given all the warnings of a recession and the uncertainty of the upcoming election. Americans are looking for stability as a way to protect their savings in retirement. That's why I recommend you consider gold and silver as a safe haven for your savings in retirement. The company I recommend and have for years is American Hartford Gold Group. They are A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Also, they make it simple and easy for you to invest in physical gold and silver. If you're listening right now, you get a free silver coin from my friends at American Hartford Gold Group. All you have to do is give them a call, 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD. Call them now to claim your free silver gift for a limited time and tell them Bill sent you. Or visit them online at www.billfreecoin.com. Again, that's 877-444-4653 or billfreecoin.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The 2020 presidential election is shaping up to be one of the most contentious political contests in American history. It will be really nasty. But it likely will not top the presidential election of 1824, which was ultimately decided by Congress, not the voters. A 4-way race eventually ended with Andrew Jackson's 99 electoral votes against John Quincy Adams's 84, each earning less than 131 needed to win the White House. So, as outlined in the Constitution's 12th Amendment, the election was directed to be decided by the House of Representatives. A period of intense lobbying and canvassing for votes gripped the House during the autumn and early winter of 1824. as politicians considered the candidates. Despite Jackson's lead in both the Electoral College and the popular vote, on February 9, 1825, the House picked John Quincy Adams as the next commander-in-chief. He was inaugurated 3 weeks later. Chaos ensued. Jackson accused the representatives of making a, quote, corrupt bargain that overturned the will of the people. Protests erupted. Supporters blamed Washington elites for stealing the election. Well, the people ultimately had their say 4 years later when Andrew Jackson received more than twice as many electoral votes as Quincy, ending his hopes for a second term. And here's something you might not know. The 1824 presidential election was the very first time the U.S. government ever tallied the popular vote. Before that, each state simply counted their ballots and informed Congress who won a majority. Some states didn't even bother to have a vote at all. Local legislators decided the delegates. While Donald Trump won an impressive electoral victory in 2016, next year it is entirely possible that neither candidate running will secure a 270 majority to win the Oval Office. Should that happen, the race would be decided by the House of Representatives. Back after this. Deborah's home was stolen. I don't mean thieves stole stuff. I mean scammers literally stole her home. The FBI calls home title theft one of the fastest growing white-collar crimes. This story is why you need Home Title Lock. Deborah says, quote, criminals found the title to our home online and filed fraudulent documents claiming they owned it. And it gets worse. Deborah, quote, I was evicted from my own home and $85,000 in equity gone. Nobody believes you can get your home stolen this easy, unquote. This is why you need Home Title Lock, because no insurance or bank protects your home from title theft. First things first, please go to HomeTitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim and don't know it. Then sign up to protect the legal title to your home so you don't end up like Deborah. And to get you started, I got you 60 risk-free days of protection. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.